What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, do me a real quick favor. See the red subscribe button down below? Go ahead and push that to show your support for the channel. For those of you stopping by that have been in before, welcome back to TLTG Reviews, my friends. Glad you came to see me. So, one that I was quite excited to do. I actually have had the solid for a while. Then EJ, Happyland Studios, made the liquid. So I know adding that top note, it was just gonna get that much better. And I gotta say, very impressed with this fragrance and I can't wait to talk about it. So what are we talking about today? It's from Happyland Studio, Cravat Noir. Stay tuned. Cravat Noir from Happyland Studios. Kind of an amped up version of YSL Tuxedo, basically. And I actually do have the solid right here as well. But you'll notice on the solid spelling, it's spelled with an E. Versus just the double A's. So this is what I was talking about. I'm sure there's several other people that have this label. This was an early production, but I gotta tell you, they're both great. But what we're talking about today is the liquid. So standard presentation for the Happyland Studio bottles, you know, nothing spectacular, yet at the same time, there is more basic stuff out there. So the usual rating, 6.5 out of 10. Now this scent. So this is actually a Chypre. Well, it's not top notes, it's actually just notes, the way the blend is. Notes are amber, smoked patchouli, black pepper, vanilla, bergamot, and violet leaf. So what do I get from it? So in the opening, like I said, it's such a great blend. At first sniff, it can be a little difficult to pick out anything but the patchouli, but it's definitely a whole lot of patchouli and violet leaf in the top. You're definitely getting a heavy dose of that, and then you do have a little touch of vanilla, I find. I don't get a whole lot of amber in the opening. It's more when you get into that transition. Now it's still, you're patchouli throughout. It's a patchouli heavy fragrance, but now it's more violet leaf and amber is really the strength of this transition. As you start to get into that dry down, you're still left with that patchouli. You're getting a little bit of vanilla, and then you're still left with a little bit of amber. I never really pick up any pepper in this one. Like, I don't really find it spicy in any way. God, but the scent is beautiful. The scent on this one actually gets an 8 out of 10. Longevity, kind of standard procedure from Happyland Studio. It's always extrait de parfum. Only thing though, this one this is one of those that I don't get 12 hours and beyond. Actually, I get 10 hours, don't get me wrong. I got 10 hours today. So for that, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 in longevity. Had it gone to 12 hours, it would have been a 10 out of 10. It does tend to fade for me after, I was kind of surprised, after 10 hours. And then projection on this one is relatively heavy in the first hour. It's about 6 feet. And then for another 2 hours or so, about 2.5, you're getting arm's length. And then you have a real strong scent trail following you for several hours beyond that. Projection is actually pretty good on this. Not beast mode level, but bordering on it for sure. So projection on this one gets a 7.5 out of 10. Overall, Cravat Noir, get it to focus. Why is it not focusing? Cravat Noir is most certainly an 8 out of 10 fragrance. This is a must try, as are pretty much all of the offerings from Happyland Studio. If you like YSL Tuxedo, or you've looked at the note breakdown for YSL Tuxedo, and you think, hey, that's something I may enjoy, for the price, you're gonna get a better performing version of it that's amped up heavily. It really is, and it's blended very well. High quality oils, and the price is right. It's a fraction of what you're gonna pay for the YSL version. I strongly suggest getting a sample pack from Happyland Studio so you can try several of their offerings. I mean, you can see right here, I've got a bunch of their offerings. I don't have every single one. I counted earlier, there's 3 I don't have. I don't have Blue Fire, I don't have Barbershop, and I don't have Plum Loco. That's the 3 I don't have, and I will get them at some point. Blue Fire is kind of a wacky one. I've smelled them all before. I reviewed the house early on. I like Blue Fire. It's different for sure. But until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. Have you tried Cravat Noir? Have you tried Cravat Noir, the solid? Because I got to tell you, you take away that top note, it's still black pepper, vanilla, patchouli, and bergamot. I never really get any bergamot, but I got to tell you, some good stuff. Let me see if it'll focus with the light. Come on, focus. Oh, it doesn't want to focus, but you can, there you go. Now you can see where I've swirled my finger around. It has gotten some use. I do enjoy it. My thing I like to do is get a little bit on there and rub it on my hand. That way throughout the day, I just kind of smell it. Because it's not real projection heavy. It's just kind of, you're in a bind. Something you got to keep in your pocket and you want to smell good. People get real close. That's what these are good for. And I got to say, if you like solids, you got to try the ones EJ offers. These Extrait de Parfum, 30%, I want to say, they go forever. Forever, never, 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 never. He actually did a solid for Zaharoff, which I have coming in the mail tomorrow, finally. I'll be able to go over that as well. I have smelled it. I've smelled George's prototype when I was in Chicago. But until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on Cravat Noir, the solid or the liquid, and you give them a spray or a rub now, there's a real good chance you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.